Hello everybody, I'm Mark Novotarski, producer of the Sheik, Wrestling's Greatest Villain, and Battles, Bouts and Brawls. Not too long ago, I had a double feature showing both programs, the Sheik and Battles, Bouts and Brawls, but I had a series of special guests. XICW's DBA, the Albanian Nightmare, Mark Joka, the mysterious Movado, one half of the co-hosts of Battles, Bouts and Brawls, Ring of Honor's Truth Martini. Who else? Referee and promoter A.T. Huck, and the man that is XICW, DBA. These gentlemen were there, also the undercard's ring girls, who always add beauty and charm to any event. If you feel you don't know the full story, you need a little supplemental information, watch what happened at that double feature, ladies and gentlemen. You'll hear insight from the men themselves. They'll tell you some things of the past, of the present, and of the future. If you were there, I know you had a good time. But if you missed it, watch this, folks. This will give you an idea of the ongoing story of Battles, Bouts, and Brawls, the story of pro wrestling. Now, let's go to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mark Novotarski, and I'd like to thank you very much for attending this event. There are a number of people that I would like to thank. First of all, I do want to say thank you for your patience and tolerance with me. Due to circumstances beyond my control, though, we had a bit of a backup. But once again, I do want to thank you. And now I'd like to thank the gentlemen and the ladies that are my guests here this evening. Starting off, right here in the corner, referee, promoter, commissioner, any number of titles known throughout the country, Mr. A.T. Huck. Ring of Honor, Truth of Martini, and even member of WW, whatever they call themselves nowadays, Mr. Truth Martini, master of the House of Truth. XICW extraordinaire, second generation wrestler, second generation promoter, and I am honored to consider him and all these people my friend, Mr. DBA, Malcolm Wilson. A member of the musical group, the Bumpin' Uglies, also being on the NBC show, America's Got Talent, is that what it was? America's Got Talent. Also, breaking an over decade silence to give me the honor of being co-host of my program, Battles, Bouts, and Brawls, the mysterious Movado. A gentleman who takes pride in his heritage, as we all should, no matter what ethnic background we may have. A gentleman that I'm proud to be allied with, Mr. Mark Joka. These gentlemen are, in my opinion, Detroit's wrestling icons, and I am honored that they have given me the opportunity to present them on this stage. And I thank them. And now, ladies and gentlemen, there's another element to the world of professional wrestling, because it does cross over into the world of mixed martial arts and professional boxing. A group of ladies which are allied with the radio show, The Undercard, that add beauty, grace, and style to any event that they are present at. And I am very honored to have them here to grace and give a certain amount of style and beauty to my event after all of these gentlemen. First of all, we have Juju. And I do apologize, but I'm terrible with names. Please forgive me. Camille. Camille, please. And rounding out this wonderful group of absolutely exquisite ladies, we have Erica. Erica?
Hey, give him my number.
Ladies, I would like to thank you personally for giving me the honor of attending this event and taking time out of your day, just as a gentleman. Also, I would like to thank each and every one of you. Yes, even you, sir. Well, you know, we do have a celebrity here. We have a number of other people here, and please bear with me. Okay, these people need introductions. They need to be introduced. They are part of the story of pro wrestling in Detroit. Okay, now, if you are a member of what is called old school, you may, I hope, remember a gentleman who called himself the Mighty Igor. Now, the Mighty Igor, sadly, is deceased. However, we do have the presence and the honor of his son and his grandson here this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Eric Garza and his son. We also have other members of the wrestling community here, and I would be rude if I did not introduce them, because I have a tremendous amount of respect for them, because they give me something that I don't get much. I did get it from these kind people, and I've gotten it from you, is they've given me respect. So I do appreciate that. Is Mr. Calhoun. Thank you very much for honoring me with your presence. And now, folks, even though you may know quite a bit, I was informed of something. Yes, as a matter of fact, I do want to let you know about something. We are having here a raffle this evening. And raffle tickets are $1 a piece. There's 6 for $5. And we have 2 prizes. Okay, one of them, prize being the 2 DVD disc set of Battles, Bouts and Brawls, okay, which, if you go online, which I'm sure each and every one of you have, will see that with shipping, they go for $40. $1. 6 for $5, thank you. Now, if that's not enough to entice you to go and see the wonderful lady Trish in the back there to acquire these raffle tickets, I have something here that I know Mr. Joka has been bothering me all evening since he's arrived and he saw it. I have one of the rarest items in the world of professional wrestling in Detroit. I have an autographed photo of the Sheik's last manager, the man that managed DBA's father, Sweet Daddy Malcolm Monroe, the man that by his own account,
Sweet Daddy,
is a legend in his own rights, Supermouth Dave Drayson. I have an autographed photo of Supermouth Dave Drayson. Now don't fight me.
Really? I'm the only one?
No. But that also is a prize in our raffle this evening. Raffle tickets are $1 a piece, 6 for $5, and if you talk to the wonderful lady Trish, who knows what she may arrange with you for a massive quantity. So Mark, keep that in mind.
That's right.
Now,
Massive quantity.
thank you for letting me ramble, and by the way, again, thank each and every one of you for coming and being patient with me. That means a lot.
We love you.
I love you too, Stevie. You're good. I wish I had a hairpiece like that. But I would like to say, these kind gentlemen and ladies honor me with their presence, and we're going to do a little question and answer. I've been educated, and I'm the documentarian. I've been told that there were wrestling events held in this very building in the past, and I didn't know that. So I'm being informed. Maybe I should be asking questions. But if anybody has any questions, comments, anything they'd like to say, please. Now is your chance.
You a fan?
I got one for Truth.
Go ahead.
Coming up on October 4th, your house is about to be divided. How do you feel about King's A facing Jacobs?
Now, was that match made official?
Well, we've been told.
No. I mean, from what I recall, I don't think that match was made official, was it? Jimmy Jacobs versus the champ King's A? I don't think it was official. Where did you get your information from?
Think that what you guys were talking about at Vince last Sunday?
Oh, you're talking about when Johnny Delicious came out, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Johnny Delicious came out, he was saying that, you know, it seemed like the fans for some reason wanted them to go at it. I mean, they are a part of the House of Truth, you know, we are all family. So I kind of like that you fans kind of are, you know, trying to make that match happen because they're both my guys, you know, we have a lot of respect for one another. But Johnny Delicious was saying that that match in itself could be a main event somewhere. I don't think he has made that match official. Yeah, DBA is the same thing, not that he knows of, so it's not official. You're wrong, I'm right. Thank you.
The truth has spoken.
Duck, 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 duck.
One other thing I would say is there's only one way to find out. Be there. October 4th, Imperial House, 7 o'clock. Don't be late.
I won't be.
I know you will. Thank you.
Best in Detroit.
That's right, best in Detroit, and I myself have gone on record on Evan Ginsberg's Legends TV, which is seen in over 80 countries, on Fox 2. I have gone on record to say that XICW is not only the best in Detroit, but the best in the country, if not in the world, and that is no disrespect to anybody. Now, come on, ladies and gentlemen, questions, comments, curiosity, something? These kind of people are here. They want to hear your statements, your comments.
I got one more.
Sure, go ahead.
How are you two sitting next to each other so comfortably knowing that the start one is when you kick their butt?
Scrapbook is gonna kick my butt.
They could fight.
Guys say what to kick your butt? And he's the man behind it.
I used to try to stir up crap. We're here being peaceful.
No, that's good. That's speaking up for me, 'cause I don't want to say that anyway.
You're next.
Thank you. No comment.
Steve.
Uh-oh. Speak the truth.
On the outside, it might appear that I'm comfortable sitting to this gentleman, but nothing can be further from the truth. I mean, there is no secret. I mean, I respect the man, don't get me wrong. I mean, he is the most dangerous man in professional wrestling. That's just not a cute nickname, that is the truth. But even though we respect each other, and I can look at him right in the face and say it, I don't like you. But there's a reason behind that, because in wrestling sometimes what we do is we take pride in deep down inside, I think he truly believes that he is better than Hakeem Zane, or better than Jimmy Jacobs, or better than the Scarboni brothers. But I mean, any night of the week, let's be honest, EBA. I mean, when the time is right, you have a good eye for that. You saw it too. I mean, when you are face to face with the Scarbonis, let's be honest, they are going to kick your ass.
Oh.
I could have sworn I saw them running into the show.
I'm just being honest.
Anybody else got
Comments
any
from
questions?
anyone, whether be it on stage or in the audience?
You held a lot of major titles here in Michigan, but there's a certain title that I figure you deserve, and that's the Midwest title. When do you think will be your opportunity to get that title shot?
And what is a Midwest title? See, each and every time the mysterious Movado laces up his boots is an opportunity for the Midwest heavyweight title. Because when you come from planet Detroit and you've been through the things that I've been through, you know, at any given moment, the opportunity to shine and to grab that brass ring that is the Midwest Heavyweight title can be at a moment's notice. And so I'm always ready. I think DBA knows that. I think deep down in his heart, he knows I'm already the Midwest Heavyweight Champion. And I think the fans know that. But it's just a matter of the right time, the right place, the right opponent. And for the mysterious Movado, I think that right time, right place, right moment, and right opponent are coming soon.
And remember now, Movado has broken silence to actually respond to your question. So that's something that does not happen. And we're all very lucky. And usually Movado speaks in actions. I mean, I was almost thrown through, devastation almost happened to me, almost, but I made up, so we're all right. But anyway, any other questions, comments, anything, ladies and gentlemen? There is one other thing that I will say before I close, since there's nothing going on here from the audience, is I can talk all day long about thank you, and et cetera, et cetera. But there's one thing that will mean something, I hope, to you. My way of saying thank you is if anybody goes online and sees the things that INS, the Independent News Service, sells, you'll see that my prices are fixed. And if anybody knows me, they know that I don't. The garage sale is down the street. I don't do that, okay? This one time, what I'm going to do is everything that is with me, the DVDs, the t-shirts, everything I have is $20 each. Now, if you know anything about what I sell, they're $35, $30, and up. One time, $20. It's my way of saying thank you, and I can't make it any more plain than that. Okay? And for the few people that did inquire with me about things, that's why I didn't answer you. If you wanted to give me $30, you would have been more than happy. I would have been more than happy, but that's why. Okay. Now, yes, Truth.
Since you guys didn't have any questions, I actually have a few questions in mind. Since it is a double feature, and of course it is a documentary about the Sheik and Detroit wrestling, and the other documentary is completely about Detroit wrestling and the history of it. And I know this man here, A.T. Huck, he's been around for a long time, and he's seen it go through a lot of changes, and he's been in the ring with the man himself, the Sheik, the original Sheik from Detroit. So I want to ask Huck, when you think of wrestling, professional wrestling from Detroit, like, what does that mean to somebody like you? What is wrestling from Detroit? What does that mean to you when you think about it?
Well, that's a good question. What it means to me, not only is it my passion, something that I've loved since I was a child, but it molded me. It actually became a part of my life. I've said this before in different interviews. I watch basketball, football, baseball, boxing, but I love professional wrestling. WrestleMania, which is the biggest stage by far in the world, for me, that's the Super Bowl. I'll miss the Super Bowl, but I will not miss the WrestleMania. As far as Detroit goes, I was there at Cobo Arena. Not every time they had a show, but I went to a lot. 9, 10, 8,000 people every 2 weeks. The WWE, they get 4,000, 3,000 if you look at their attendance right now. But every 2 weeks in the same building, almost packed. You know, there was a thunderous sound in that arena where people were just pounding on the chairs. The smoke was over the ring. It was old school, but it was the best, and I don't think it will ever return to that. I hope, because we're all a part of it. But that was an era that was different than anything that they have now. You know, I was there and I saw Luthez, I saw Bobo Brazil, I saw Harley Race, I saw the Funks, I saw the Sheik, I saw the Mighty Igor, I saw Sweet Daddy Siki, I saw Pampero Furbo, I saw Wild Bull Curry, Flying Fred Curry. The list just goes on and on of the names that came from Detroit. Detroit was a hotbed of professional wrestling for me coming up as a kid. There was nothing like it. Until I went to Georgia, and I lived in Georgia, and I was a part of Georgia Championship Wrestling. You know, not as a referee, but as a fan. And that just rekindled my love for wrestling. And I saw guys that I saw here from Detroit down there in Georgia. You know, at that time, you didn't have the internet. All you had were the magazines. I was like, man, here's Harley Race and Dusty Rhodes and Terry Funk. All the guys I saw here in Detroit, you know, here in Atlanta. Igor, you know, Thunderbolt Patterson, you know, all of them were there. They traveled all over the world. They weren't just here in Detroit. As a kid, I didn't know that. I didn't know the Sheik was defending or wrestling in Hawaii. He was in Georgia. He was in Japan. He was in California. He was in Toronto. Had the longest streak in history in Toronto. Over 100 matches undefeated for the United States Heavyweight Championship. So the history of Detroit isn't just here, it goes all over the country, all over the world. And for me, it's something that I love, you know, and I was up until almost 3 o'clock in the morning watching wrestling last night. I'm still a fan, even though I've been all over the country. I've been in the ring with some of the modern day contemporaries, you know, the Dudley Boys, Sabu, Sandman, Rob Van Dam, Christian, Rhino, Edge. I mean, even further back, Junkyard Dog, Greg the Hammer Valentine, everybody that's come through the pipe just about I've been associated with it in the ring with. So I've lived my dream, not only as a fan, but in my professional life too. So your question is, I love wrestling more than anything in my life, besides my family. I love professional wrestling. And I love you guys, you know, for continuing and trying to make it what it once was. And hopefully we can do that together.
How are you doing on time, Mark? I'm sorry, I don't mean to turn this into the Truth Martini show, but I just had another question, to be honest. I started in 1998. That's when I started wrestling, and my next question is for the DBA, and the reason why is because, in all honesty, yes, I am a part of the wrestling business, but you have to remember that term business because I am also a businessman. I do own the House of Truth, which is a professional wrestling school where a lot of guys came out of, and a lot of guys that you have seen on TV, and that actually wrestled for XICW. But my journey started in 1998, and his father, Malcolm Monroe Sr., he gave me my first match I've ever had. So that I'll never forget because that's where it all started with me. Again, my journey started in 98. I just want to know, how does it feel that your journey started pretty much before you were born? Because your father was a professional wrestler. You are a professional wrestler. You were born into it. It's in your blood. It's in your blood. And again, like I say, I'm a businessman, but this right here is special to me. And also, your son is now training to be a professional wrestler at my school. You know, like I said, I know how to divide personal stuff and business stuff. And I'm just saying that from your father to you and your son now following your footsteps. Like, how does that feel to be born into professional wrestling?
Man, why do you do this?
We want to know the truth.
Actually, it feels great to
honest. I love professional wrestling more than anything except my family. I love it more than my shoe job. I love it more than all y'all. Really? I just love professional wrestling, and being born into it, it was kind of hard. Because I thought I was going to have to live up to my father's expectations and all of that stuff. Started in the backyard, or front yard back then. Started wrestling with my friends. I wrestled in high school, 2-time state qualifier. Went to the Air Force, qualified to make their team. So I've been a part of wrestling for a long time. Now, you said you're training my son, and that makes me very proud, you know. Like you said, it's business. I don't like you personally, just like you don't like me. But business, I sent my son to the right person. I know I'm getting emotional, but I don't care, because I'm an emotional person. But when I think about you training my son, I think about my father. And I know he was proud of me. He didn't tell me. Huck had to tell me. I know my father was proud of me, and I know he'll be proud of my son. And I just want to thank you personally for being the man that trained my son. Thank you.
It's my honor to be a third generation wrestler. It's my honor.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't know what else to say. It's just that I love professional wrestling, period. I do it hurt, I do it with broken bones, I do it for the people, for D'Anthony and everybody else. That's what I do it for. But I don't know, man. It's just the greatest feeling in the world when you hear that music hit and you go out there. It's nothing better than that. Nothing. I get a high, well, an extra high, because I'm already high when I go out there.
Ain't that the truth?
I get an extra high when that music hit, and I know that's the right thing to be as a wrestler. And I'm a die professional wrestler. I'm gonna always be a professional wrestler. And when you finish training little Malcolm, in 10 years if you're still training, I want you to train my other son so we can get in there and kick the house with true ass every time.
Just want to, add to that a little bit. I was at the House of Truth the other night, and as soon as I got home, I sent you a text. And I said, man, Trey is doing an awesome job. I was really impressed, and watch out, because the third generation is coming. I was very impressed and, proud too, to see him come along, and man, he was better than some guys out there already, on the professional circuit, already. So when he's done, that kid's gonna be awesome.
And I just have one last question, and this isn't going to take nothing but a second. Probably the most important question of the night, in all honesty. Do you have a boyfriend?
Hey, I really, dude, I tried to give him my number. Really? Mark, I told you to give him my number.
What? I'm sorry?
I tried to give him my number earlier.
Oh yeah, you haven't shown it to me. I apologize. Here you go, Mark.
Really, true. I come first.
Well, at that,
That's what she
ladies
said.
and gentlemen,
You won't be admitting that?
let's get the show, the first feature of our double feature on the road, and that is going to be the
Love you
Sheik,
too.
wrestling's greatest villain. Once again, gentlemen, ladies, you honor me, and folks, you honor me too. We're going to show the Sheik documentary. There'll be a brief intermission. We're going to have the final run for the raffle, and we're going to have the drawing, and then we're going to be showing the most controversial program about professional wrestling in Detroit, Bouts and Brawls. Stay Stay tuned here. We're going to start in just a moment. Ladies, gentlemen, the first row is yours. No, you're there too. You're there too. Ladies, gentlemen, and I thank you. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There was a half hour of banter going to and from. It was a wealth of knowledge, and even then, still not the whole story. The whole story can never be told because it's ongoing. So if anybody tells you they can tell you the whole story, I'd take it with a grain of salt. But anyway, the Sheik, wrestling's greatest villain, Battles, Bouts, and Brawls, the story of pro wrestling in Detroit and its surrounding area can be yours. Go to insent.net. Look on the main page where it says click here. Don't just look at it, folks. Click it. And then, within a short period of time, you too will have the story of the Sheik and of Battles, Bouts, and Brawls. Thank you very much, and I look very forward to hearing from you. I'm Mark Novotarski.